Well, we left Yellowstone yesterday and I decided to use my GoPro again. Maybe it was upset because I hadn't used it the entire time we were in Yellowstone and the Tetons in that area. But the audio stopped working. So I'm going to make this my official opener. We are now in American Falls, Idaho. And when we arrived, there was nobody on either side of me. It's still fairly decent sized sites. Beautiful area. We are right off a lake. Now, when we left yesterday, it was snowing. We woke up to very cold temperatures, snowing outside, and snowing on the whole road to Idaho. So it was pretty cool to see. You'll see the images, no audio from that, but definitely images from that. And that kind of took us all the way down here. We are going to be here in American Falls. I'll be here for 4 nights. Amber and Ray directly behind me are on the other side of me here. They're going to be here for 3 nights. I had decided to stay an extra night. I originally had a Harvest Host booked. I was planning on hitting that Harvest Host after I left the Grand Tetons, which would have been 3 nights at the Tetons and then down to Burley, Idaho for 1 night as a layover. Well, come to find out, Burley, Idaho is like 50 miles that way, and Boise is actually not that far either. So I decided it was going to be much easier to just skip the Harvest Host. I mean, why tear down, travel set up for 1 night with no hookups, and then travel another short distance to Boise? That whole thought just, you know what, just stay 1 more night here. It wasn't that much more expensive to stay here. Anyways, we're going to get into all of that and the rest of this Idaho excursion right after this. So I probably will do a short little video on this area. The campground is actually really nice. It's very clean. They do have a laundry facility and they also have a shower facility. They really cater obviously to people who like water sports. They've got this whole man-made lake behind us and we're going to probably be taking a look at that as well. There's a couple of things to see in the area, not a lot. Definitely flat land out here, but you know what? I don't know if it'd be a destination unless you have a boat and you really love water sports. But if you don't, it's a nice layover. If you're heading further west and you need a place to stop for the night, it's actually quite nice here. So not too far off the freeway. They definitely don't have a lot open on Sundays. We are in Idaho after all. But we are actually, there are a few restaurants in town and there are a few things that are like within 50 miles. So when you're traveling, that's not too bad. There is a grocery store in town and quite a few gas stations, so price of diesel is not that much. Gas is pretty low too. Anyways, I'm going to go back inside and we'll get further on with this adventure right in a few minutes. So it looks like water and watercraft rental at the office. Oh, you got to pay a day use fee.
Well, if you only come down for the day.
That's true. I'll take a quick peek. Yeah, hey, very cool little store. Now off for the walk. Yeah, definitely going back. He gave us some good tips for fishing. We might take advantage of that. Hard to say. The other side of the bay, there's a fishing hole, a nice deep spot you can fish right off the beach. So might check that one out. All right, hey. So I am 1 day away from pulling out of Willow Bay Resort. Now, I never did make it over to the Harvest Host. Didn't really do much of anything. Just hung out with Amber and Ray for the time I was here. And yeah, but you know what? This is a nice campground. We're going to take a walk around right now. I already showed you the laundry facility. Ray was using the showers here. He said they were very clean, very nice. So I never bothered to go in because my facilities in my rig are perfect for me. I don't need to go out. But there's a nice walk. There's a store that is very well stocked as far as fishing gear. It looks like they also rent these little cottages, custom cottages. I'm guessing it's a rental. I did see someone coming out of there the other day, but I have not seen a car here for a while, so I'm guessing that one sits there and they rent it as needed. There's a train that goes by periodically, a few times at night, but to be honest, they're not blasting their horn. So unless you're a super light sleeper, it didn't bother me. I woke up once or twice, but I don't think it was because of the train. I think I was already awake and I felt the train. Having grown up in Southern California, anything that shakes feels like an earthquake or a rumble. Yeah. No, I don't think it's an earthquake. It's a train. So if you do have your own boat, you can store it down here, and there's a boat launch right down here at the bottom of this ramp. It also is a start of a really nice walkway for taking your pets for walks or just getting steps in yourself. So there's a store right there. They do sell firewood. You are allowed to have fires in the fire ring. They do have supplies, some grocery supplies, but there's a really nice grocery store like a mile into town. But they do have all the fishing gear and fishing tackle you need. Really pretty slick. They do rent all of these boats as well. These actual big silver fishing boats have fish finders on them as well. They are a little pricey if you're by yourself, but to be honest, how much would a boat rental be nowadays anyway? So they do have their boat ramp right there, easy access. And now we're going to take a walk. It's about a mile round trip, or a little over a mile round trip. And if you go all the way to the bridge, it's like almost 2 miles to the bridge, so almost 4 miles round trip. We're not going that far though. Love the little birdhouses. Now I am here, we're closing in on the end of June. June 26th is when I'm leaving. That's tomorrow. Today's June 25th. And we did have some cold weather at the beginning of the week, but right now hitting about 80 degrees is a high. Lows will be around 50. I don't think they've used that in a while. The birds made a nest out of it. That's funny. So I did walk this the other day with Amber, Ray, and Aiden. They're off and running. They were actually at Promontory Point today. And then they're heading on back down to Arizona. They're gonna take a few days to get down to Arizona. I myself am moving on. This video will most likely be part of my Idaho adventure. I'm gonna be in Boise. Tomorrow night, after I arrive, there is like a concert in the park. Big band, jazz band is going to be playing, and it's at the Botanical Gardens, not far from where I'm staying, probably I think about 4 miles from where I'm staying. And I'm going to be at the Boise Riverside RV Resort, or RV Campground, whatever they want to call it. And the cool thing about it is my niece is going to be singing with the jazz band. She's quite the talented, I'll still call her a young lady. She's a heck of a lot younger than I am, but extremely talented, very musical. And in fact, I'll even be seeing a play that she's in, or a musical that she's in while I'm here as well in Boise. So yeah, not sure what all I get in, but we'll see, follow along with me. You'll see everything I see. So yeah, this is a nice walk. We do have some shade coming up, which is nice on a day like today. There's a lot of interesting birds out here. We got bald eagles, yellow-headed blackbirds. Kind of a weird name, don't you think? It's still a blackbird, but it's got a yellow head. There's another very interesting bird. I'm going to look up the name of it and I'll fill you in. I saw it and took a picture of it. This is just something I have not seen before, but if you're around this area, I'm sure you've seen it a lot. A lot of bunnies. They're not out here on the trail right now, but they usually do come out at dusk. It is kind of tough getting the steps in when you're not at a place like Yellowstone or Mammoth or Tetons. I mean, those days were pretty easy getting the steps, but come out here, you got to take the time and actually make the time to walk, whether you have something interesting to see or not. Nice big green space. I did do this walk earlier today with Amber, Ray, and Aiden. Not enough steps. Doing it again now. We'll see where my step count is. Depending where I wind up, I might wind up doing it one more time after dinner. Just want to try to start getting in 10,000 steps. I know 10,000 steps is not necessarily a real thing, but it's a good idea. I don't know if my video ever came out on that. No, you know what, I haven't finished it yet. In fact, I'm thinking about reshoot it. I was talking about health, and the whole 10,000 steps thing came out as a marketing ploy for a Japanese company that made a pedometer. So in order to get people to buy the pedometer, they said you need to have 10,000 steps a day, and that basically got people to go out and buy their pedometer to check to see how many steps they had. So now somehow 10,000 steps is supposed to be the health number. You know, doctors just want you going at least 5,000 or more. which I've been doing on a regular basis. I don't know, I just feel I need more than that. I'm really doing well on this diet and everything. So I'm excited about just keeping the exercise going and the habits in a good place. So yeah, that's gonna keep up all summer long. So anyways, let me get back to the walk and we'll touch base when I get home. So this will do it for the Willow Bay RV campground. I'll be in Boise by tomorrow afternoon, and we'll have our Idaho adventure continue. Of course, that bird flies over now. Too far away for you to see though, but yeah, he's here. All right, so anyways, yep, we're gonna pick it up in the morning as I'm leaving Willow Bay in Idaho Falls. Definitely some cool birds around here. So yeah, travel day. I'm packing it up. Started last night. I'm finally getting a routine down traveling by myself here. I might actually put something together about a very efficient order of getting ready to go on a travel day. But yeah, I'm kind of just moving slow this morning because I really don't want to get out of here till about 9:30. And it's only 8:50 right now, so yeah, I need to kind of waste some time. So not a very long travel day. I think it's going to be a little over 3 hours, maybe 3 hours 20 minutes, 3 hours and a half to get to Boise from here, and check-in is at 1 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the road here probably in about 45 minutes or so, and we'll see you in Boise. So, as you might imagine, we are already about 11-12 minutes into this video. You're going to have to wait for Boise until next week. Same time, same channel. So make sure you hit that subscription button. Hit the notification bell, let you know when I post every Sunday at 2, and I will see you on the road.